Imagine walking through a long, dark corridor, the sound of your footsteps echoing off the cold stone walls. Every turn feels like a step deeper into another world, one where the boundary between the living and the dead seems almost non-existent. You're not in a haunted house or an abandoned hotel. You're in a prison, a place that was designed to punish, to break the spirit, and in some cases, to never let go. These aren't fictional stories. These are real locations where the past never quite left, and the ghosts of the incarcerated still haunt the living. Prison 1. There's a place nestled in the heart of Pennsylvania where time seems to stand still. It was once home to some of the most notorious criminals in American history, and its design was said to be revolutionary, built to break men's spirits. But what it did to the souls trapped within its walls was far more sinister. A place where shadows move without a body, where you can still hear the echoes of screams that were never meant to be heard again. Cell Block 12 in particular is said to be the most haunted. It's the very location where solitary confinement was first used in its cruelest form. Men who spent years in isolation began to lose their grip on reality, and many say the madness never left them, continuing to haunt the prison long after its doors were closed. Prison 2. Far across the ocean, in the heart of Somerset, England, another prison looms with dark tales. This one has stood for centuries, its walls steeped in the echoes of forgotten executions and suffering. It wasn't just a prison. It was a place of war, betrayal, and death. The whispers of those who were once held there linger in the damp corridors. The guards, even to this day, refuse to enter certain areas after dark. They say if you listen closely, you can hear the faint sound of the gallows creaking, and sometimes even the voices of those who were never given a peaceful rest. These were not just criminals. They were men and women whose fates were sealed by the cruelty of a time long past, and their restless spirits still roam the empty cells. Prison 3. Across the waters in Australia stands a place that carries with it the heavy burden of history. Behind its walls, hundreds of men met their fate through the hangman's noose. Among them was the infamous outlaw Ned Kelly, a figure who became a symbol of rebellion. But Kelly wasn't the only one to leave his mark here. No, this prison holds more than just the stories of criminals. It holds the tortured souls of those executed, the innocent and the guilty alike. And if you find yourself in the right place at the right time, you might hear a voice, or feel something brush against you in the cold of night. Many claim to have witnessed the dark shadows that drift through the halls, the whispers of the past calling out for justice. Prison 4. In the cold waters off the coast of California, there's an island that once housed the most dangerous criminals in the world. This island, Alcatraz, was said to be escape-proof, a fortress where only the most hardened of criminals were held. But the thing about Alcatraz was that it never just housed the living. There were rumors that the prisoners who had tried to escape, and even those who succeeded, never truly left. Sometimes, if you stand still on the island long enough, you might hear the soft strumming of a banjo echoing through the halls. Some say it's the ghost of Al Capone, who once played music to pass the time. Whether it's his spirit that lingers or the ghosts of countless others who were lost within those walls, one thing is certain: the island still holds its secrets close, and they're waiting for you to uncover them. Prison 5. On the shores of Cuba stands another place of darkness, a prison where revolutionaries and political prisoners were held in brutal conditions. Known for its harsh punishments and psychological torment, La Cabana holds a legacy of fear that doesn't end with the fall of its walls. It's a place where ghosts don't just roam, they rage. The cries of the tortured can still be heard by those who dare enter after dark. The prisoners who were executed here didn't just die. They became part of the prison's haunting, their restless spirits bound by the walls that once imprisoned them. Some say, if you stand in the right spot, you can feel the cold breath of their torment as they pass by. whispering of their final days. These prisons were once symbols of punishment, places where the worst criminals were sent to suffer for their crimes. But over time, they became something more, places where the dead refused to rest. The spirits of those who were wronged, forgotten, or simply broken by the system continued to roam the halls, seeking release or revenge. And for those brave enough to visit, these haunted prisons offer a chilling reminder of the past that refuses to stay buried. So,